Okay, welcome to the Jarman Elementary Library Virtual Learning Commons. This is the homepage, and the first thing people see is a huge banner slideshow showing happy students and teachers. These are stock photos until I can get permission from the district to use actual pictures of kids at my school. Up at the top is a list of tabs where people can quickly jump to where they want or need to go. And then scrolling down, you will see a picture of me looking very excited to see you. There's a short explanation of the purpose of the site, kind of, what a virtual learning commons is. And then next to that is the reason I think most of the people will come to the site, which is a list of the latest events. So it lists the two most recent, showing the ones that are closest to the current date first. Scrolling down farther, you see the latest news. These are actually the library blog posts. It always shows the two most recent, and then next to that is a way for you to subscribe to the library blog, which I think would be a great way for people to get reminders for the events and to see what's going on in the library. And then right under that is a link to the district strategic plan. I thought that was important for people to see so that they could not only see what our district is striving to be towards, but also they could see for themselves how Jarman Library matches up. And then if you go all the way to the bottom, these are at the bottom, or this bar is at the bottom of every single page. So it starts with social links. This Facebook link actually takes you to the Jarman PTA Facebook, which a lot of people get information from. This Twitter takes you to my personal Twitter. It just shows things that are going on in the library. And then it's got, the copyright date, the contact us. These are accurate phone number, email, and address. So scrolling back up to the top, we're going to check out the library culture link. So by clicking on that, it takes you to the next page, and the banner is a current picture of the Jarman Library. Just underneath that is access to the online catalog, so you click here and it takes you directly to the Jarman Library catalog. And next to that, just in case we don't have what they're looking for, this link right here will take you to the Tulsa City County Library catalog. Scrolling down, we have our latest news. This is where the blog post is actually kept. So here would be the archive of older posts, whereas on the homepage it only shows the two most recent. And now we'll take a look at the Makerspace Center. So it shows a banner picture of kids playing with some plastic builder blocks. Underneath is a brief explanation of what makerspaces are. So the first makerspace that we have is the iPad Center with Osmo attachments. We currently have the pieces for Tangram, Words, Number, and Masterpiece. And then the next one is origami. So we use discard books to get the paper for origami. Then we have a discard book center where kids can make book sculptures, and they can take them home, or they can show them off in the library like these kids did, or they can tear the pages out and do blackout poetry. We also have spirographs, which the kids love. It's a great introduction to geometry, and it is a good center for hand-eye coordination. And then finally we have Legos, which I post challenges for the kids to build certain things and see if it can hold, however many books, and they love the Legos. So further down there's a spot for online makerspaces. I've provided a link to Symbaloo, which eventually will have tons of links for online makerspaces. And then under that, if anyone has suggestions or comments or anything, they can email me. This goes directly to my email. And then, I can see what I can do to make that happen. So we go back up to the top and click on the reading culture. You'll notice that it has some more pages. We'll look at those in a minute. So since it's reading, the banner is a giant book. The first thing you see is that our mission for the Jarman Library is to create lifelong readers. So we have a little introduction as to how we plan on doing that. And then underneath that is all the ways that the library strives to actually accomplish that mission. So the first one is speech arts. Now this one, they all have little brief paragraphs explaining what they do, but speech arts has its own page. So if you go to the top and click on speech arts, it gives a lot more information than is provided on the reading culture page. The PTA reflections, when you click on that link, it takes you to the PTA reflections website. Sequoia Book Club also has its own page, which is here. And then on this site, it takes you to the ALA Sequoia Bookwords website. So further down, one-on-one interviews, collaboration, and reading partners don't have extra info yet, but eventually I'd love to get a testimonial page where people could share their stories. Under that is book fair. Now book fair is so big that of course it has its own page, so we'll click on that. It's got more information about our book fairs, and then it has the events and times that they take place. Eventually we'll get the number of books that we sold so people can know how many books that we've made sure got in kids' hands, and that's another way that we're promoting literacy. So the last one is Goodreads, and this does contain a link to Goodreads, which is full of awesome literary lists that they can have access to. So we're going back up to the top to the Knowledge Center. Eventually this page would have way more units down here, but right now, since I just did the teaching unit for this class, it just has the 3rd grade teaching unit that I completed. So you can access that here, or you can go to the top, and it does have a drop down. But we're going to click on the link so it can take us to the Oklahoma history page. Now on this page there is a PowerPoint, and if you click on this it will give you a download. Well, you can't see that, but it will download the PowerPoint that the kids actually use on their first lesson to give them an introduction to the unit and what they're going to be expected to learn during their unit. Underneath this is a whole bunch of exploratory links for them that they will use in the 3rd lesson. And I won't click on all of them because it would take forever, but as you can see, they do. I clicked on Lake Eufaula and that's what popped up. Let's click on Dust Bowl. So it does take them to an actual website with more information about all of these things. Now all of the things on these 4 lists are listed specifically on the Oklahoma standards for 3rd grade social studies, so these are all things they're expected to know. And then during that lesson they will pick one from each of these 4 lists that they would like to research further. Now at the end of this unit, they'll be taken to a survey where they can help teachers evaluate the things that they learned in this lesson so that we can do better next time. Okay, so back up to the top, and we're going to click on More to bring up the School Culture tab. Currently, this is actually right outside our school. You just can't hide that Patriot Pride. So this page shows on what's going on, not necessarily in the library, but at the actual school. So I've got a list of important dates on this side, and these are all accurate. And then next to that is a Meet the Staff. All of these are totally fictional, just stock pictures. I made it up. I didn't want to get in trouble with my district, so these are just made up biographies. But eventually I would like to have a place where people can come and look and learn a little bit more about the people who are working at Jarman. And under that is a list of after-school clubs. Again, these are currently fictitious. Eventually they would be what is actually available for students to take. I've got this is the phone number for the office, because they would not do this through the library, they would do this through the school to enroll their students in the classes. And at the very bottom, I decided to add a comment box if they had questions or comments or anything. This would email people in the office. So this is just another way for them to get in touch with them. Alright, so we're going to go back up to the last page, which is the Contact Us. So the banner is actually just a Google Maps location of Jarman Elementary. Underneath that is another picture of me and a short little biography about me, and then another form for them to get into contact. This one goes straight to me. The times that I'm available if they need to call, our address, phone number, email. So that's listed in a lot of different places, so hopefully it will be easy for people to access. And that is it. That is my Jarman Elementary Virtual Learning Center.